The lockdown hasn't slowed them down. While online counseling sessions are not new, breaking down the meaning of a pandemic for kids has become a new normal for Gurgaon-based counseling psychologist Seep Wadhwa, who conducts counseling sessions daily for school-going kids.
The age group that I work with is from 6 to 15 years of age, and currently we are taking their counseling sessions online and just trying to help them make sense of the situation. A lot of questions that are coming up right now are about how are we supposed to handle this, when is it going to end, is it going to affect us? Now these are questions that even I as an adult don't have the answers to, but the main agenda here is to just make the child feel safe and give them a sense of security and help them understand why it is happening and how they can make the best of the situation.
Today I'm making cheese pancakes.
For Delhi-based baker Gitana Singh, singing and baking hasn't stopped. The lockdown may have restricted her weekend jamming sessions, but hasn't stopped her from experimenting new recipes for her chocolate business. And she shares her dishes and her melodies on social media platforms like Instagram.
I'm also using this time to test some new recipes out. Today I'm making cheese pancakes with some pink peppercorn, and I'm going to try and use some coconut flour and see if that works out well. I also love to sing, and I usually don't get much time to do this between all my orders. So I've been using this lockdown period to connect with friends, and we make music together. I think it's amazing that we can use digital tools and create some beautiful art, even though we're sitting in different houses in different cities across the country.
Okay guys, welcome to Tippling Art's online session.
For Delhi-based art curator Smriti Agarwal, what was once an outdoor event business, or as she likes to call it, sip and paint, has now turned into sit and paint art sessions. With the lockdown having affected her business style, Smriti has found a viable option in her love for art by conducting online sessions where artists come together on one platform to create something beautiful.
Most of our activities have been offline. We collaborate with different venues across Delhi NCR, and the whole concept revolves around bringing people together to have a good time. So obviously after COVID, things have to be looked into differently. Our activities were put to a stop. We couldn't do events anymore. So considering that we had to look at things differently, we realized that the online space actually has huge potential. We know that digital is the future, so it feels like we've been fast forwarded to that point now. So the best we can do is digitally adapt and innovate and find ways to make your business viable in these times, because this is how the future would be anyway.
The pandemic and this lockdown has affected lives world over and businesses. But at the same time, the online space or the internet has tremendously helped few entrepreneurs to take to the online space to make sure that they continue doing what they are doing. Some of the professionals I spoke to, like some bakers, musicians, artists, and even counselors, told me that while their day-to-day business was about stepping out of the house, like most of us did, to make sure that they could do what they were doing professionally, have now found viable options to sit at home and still ensure that they are continuing their professional lives, their duties and their businesses. Perhaps the online space has in fact been a huge hit in such a crisis. In Delhi, Shunakshi Chakravarti for NDTV.